Guys, I'm Esther from ESSYCOOKS, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make creamy, spicy, delicious Tuscan-inspired chickpeas. So this is my take on a veg version of Tuscan chicken, which was a super popular dish at Olive Garden. I don't think that this is, a traditional Italian dish, but nonetheless it uses some Italian-inspired flavors, which makes it absolutely amazing. It is so creamy, delicious, and easy to make. The best part is that it's all made in one pot, which I love. One pot meals are the best thing. If you have like a busy night or you need to serve some guests, it's great to have a one pot meal. And the other great thing about this is you can serve it however you like. So you can have this as a lunch item and you can serve it with like a really nice crusty bread. You can serve this for dinner. Right now I'm serving it on top of gnocchi, but you could put it on pasta, rice, quinoa, or just plain by itself. It's versatile and it is packed full of flavor. So I'm super excited for you guys to try this. Let's get started. I'm going to show you how I make this. So here are all the ingredients you'll need for this dish. So I've got 1 cup of fresh basil, which adds a ton of flavor to this. I'm going to save a little bit to put on the topping at the end. But can you guys just look at this basil leaf? I've been growing basil and it's just huge. I can't believe it. Anyways, on to the next ingredient. We've got 4 to 6 cups of spinach. So just like 2 to 3 big handfuls of spinach. That's going to wilt down. Don't worry about that. I've got a tablespoon of Italian spice blend. I've got 3 to 4 cloves of garlic. I've got a 1/4 cup of tomato paste, and I've got sun-dried tomatoes, 3/4 cup of chopped sun-dried tomatoes. I got the ones in oil. That's what I'd recommend for this. I've got 3 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, 1 small white onion. Again, that's going to add a lot of flavor to this dish. I've got the juice of half a lemon. I've got 1 19-ounce can of chickpeas rinsed and drained, and I've got 1 can of full-fat coconut milk. So let's get started with our chopping. There's not too much chopping for this recipe, which I also love. It makes it a lot easier. So you can just dice up your onion like this. It doesn't have to be too finely diced. Everything can kind of be roughly chopped for this. It's no problem. And then I am going to mince up my garlic in my garlic press there and just cut my lemon in half. And that's it for cutting. Like, it's so easy. So instead of olive oil, I have some oil in these sun-dried tomatoes, which is perfect for this dish. If you don't, no problem, just use extra virgin olive oil. So I'm going to add about a tablespoon. You can add more if you like more oil in this. It's going to make it taste better, but if you don't want to, just add 1 tablespoon. Then I'm going to add in my onion. So I've got the pan on medium heat. I'm going to cook it for about 3 to 4 minutes just until that onion gets nice and translucent. Then we're going to add in our garlic, cook for another minute, and add in our Italian spice. Like, this comes together so fast. Our chickpeas. We're going to add in our nutritional yeast. You can substitute in, vegan parm instead. If you don't have nutritional yeast, we've got our sun-dried tomatoes, our tomato paste, and then we're going to add in our full-fat coconut milk. Now, another cream can be substituted like cashew cream. That's no problem. We just want it to be nice and thick and creamy. And then we're going to juice our lemon in here, which also, don't skip this step because it definitely adds. Now, instead of chopping the basil, I'm just ripping it up nice and rustic and adding it in. I'm saving a few basil leaves for the end so we can put that on top. So I'd recommend saving a few for garnish at the end if you like. We're going to mix that all together. Simmer that for about 12 minutes. You want to stir it up a little bit because you don't want it sticking to the bottom of the pan or pot or whatever you're using here. Now, I forgot to add my chili flakes earlier, so I'm going to add some hot chili flakes just to add a little bit of heat. I'm going to mix those in and let that keep simmering. So after about 12 minutes of simmering, it's almost ready. It's super fast. We can add in our spinach. It looks like a ton of spinach, but don't worry, that is going to wilt down in about 2 to 3 minutes. It doesn't take long. And then this is pretty much ready. We just need to finish it off with our final seasonings of salt and pepper. Look how creamy and delicious, and look how nicely cooked that spinach is in such a short amount of time. So again, I'm going to garnish that with a couple of my basil leaves, and then I'm going to add in my salt and pepper on top to taste. You might want to taste it beforehand and just see how much salt and how much pepper you like to add in that. Now, while you're making this, if you were going to serve this with, let's say, a pasta or a gnocchi, you want to time that as well. You can cook that in a separate pot and just have that ready so that you can serve this directly right on top. So I've got my gnocchi cooked here, and I'm going to just start adding this mixture on top. However, this chickpea mixture, if you don't want to serve it with something, you don't have to. It's amazing all by itself. It doesn't need any help, but it is really nice and filling if you add, you know, something else to the mix here, like the gnocchi, pasta, rice, bread, whatever it is that you like. Okay, it's time for the taste test. Love it?
Love it. So good.
With the gnocchi, so good. I love that little bit of spicy. Good. Come on over, Amika.
Amika loves gnocchi.
Gnocchi with no sauce on it, of course. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you love this video on one of my favorite dishes, which are creamy Tuscan chickpeas. And if you like this video and you want to see more videos like this one, just make sure you hit that like and subscribe button below.